Hey guys, I am going to hit you with a good little Mobility Monday tip. One of the key players that we're looking at in riders is the adductor complex. Where is that and what is its importance? It is the inner thigh, so it's going to run from the pubic bone, insertion points at the top of the thigh, and some insertion points all the way down and towards the knee. So it acts when it's strong enough to actually keep the inside of the leg articulating on the horse and make sure that we don't have what we see, this flapping knee syndrome. The other important thing is that we keep the length. So it's important that our adductors are strong enough but not overactive that they're going to be clamping on, and that if they're too tight and too strong, they're actually going to pop our pelvis up out of the saddle. So if we look at old Betty Bones here, so we have a female pelvis, really important to note because your rami are going to be a slightly different shape. Your adductors are going to have insertion points up in through here. They're going to come and insert onto the top portion of the femur here. So if these parts of the adductors, some even insert here, are too tight, you're going to get this closing position of the femur and you're not going to get enough mobility or abduction to get your leg really down and around your horse. The other portion is going to have insertional points on the underneath and a little bit towards the back side, which is the adductor magnus, a really important adductor key player. So how do we stretch these guys? Really important. We are going to use one of our famous Equiformance posture slings. Now, you either are going to use the height category, which is your height, or you could size down a size if you want to give yourself a bigger generated stretch. This is one of my favorite stretches for the adductors. So what you're going to do is you're going to get this band, you're going to place it behind your low back, and you're going to want to go pretty low and make sure that it's even. So we're thinking around about belt line. Now bring yourself all the way up to the wall and lie on your back. And you're going to have to kind of shuffle towards the wall here. And once you're there, you've got your band even down by your belt line. You're going to bring one heel down into the band. And then you're going to bring the other heel into the band there. And from there, you're going to straighten your legs. Now, this band you need to make sure stays on your belt line. If it's gone a little too low, you can wriggle it back up. And you're going to want to make sure that when you look up your leg line, your feet are pointing straight ahead towards the ceiling. You're not starting on an angle, or your toes are not turned out or turned in. So straight ahead. The beauty about this, using a little overpressure from the band, is that it's going to be a helpful aid. So if we work on single leg at a time, you can look at which adductor might be tighter for you. So I'm going to look at my right leg length. I'm going to let the band abduct me. Now here is where I start to feel a lot of that stretch. I can work into that range by grabbing the band and slowly overpressuring downward till I can get myself closer to the floor. Now making sure that your left hip is not cheating and doesn't go flying up towards the ceiling. And I like to hold these stretches for about 30 to 45 seconds. And then you're going to come back up, make sure you're straight before working the other side. And my left side is, as I note here, tighter than my right. And I'm going to use some overpressure here to let the band help me abduct that leg more. You could also, as a test, do both legs at the same time to see which side you feel is your tighter side. And I'm for sure a little bit tighter on my left hand side. That might mean that I want to do 2 stretches on my left to 1 on my right. Happy Mobility Monday. Give these a go. Tag me in, let me know how you go. If you don't have one of our amazing posture slings. What you could use is a power band, but I would recommend making sure it is the right length for you first. Good luck.